last week, Kehlani dropped another project,
Mhm.
and to be honest, it was kind of a weird release for me. Can't speak for other Kehlani fans. Maybe they knew it was coming. I didn't. I just got a notification from the streaming app I use that said pre-save Kalani's new album, and when I was like, they're bugging. Her album just dropped. Like, is this a deluxe?
Right.
And
I thought it was on
so,
July.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's a deluxe, but it was like, I don't understand. So when I went there, it was a brand new project. Just weeks later, I said, wow, is this legit? And it was legit. And so Kalani dropped While We Wait 2 um last week. I believe that's the name. While We Wait or While I
Yeah.
Wait? It's While We Wait, right?
Hmm.
Yes, While We Wait 2. Um 14 new songs, almost an hour of music. Okay, technically not new songs because the last two songs are remixes. So 12 new songs, almost an hour more of music just a few weeks later because that dropped on August 28th, but her last project dropped, I want to say a month before. Let me just pull that up and confirm. Yeah, Crash came out June 21st. Oh, okay. A little, all right, not a month. But listen, 2 months later, here comes Kalani with a longer project than her last project of brand new music. And I said, wow, Kalani is not playing. And so we're here to talk about it. Uh, you want to spark it or you want me to jump in? Bless you.
Sorry. I was trying. I was trying so hard not to sneeze. I muted, and I just knew I wasn't gonna sneeze.
So good. Okay, and we're back after a short break. Um, so While We Wait 2 is really interesting to me. After
Hmm.
listening to Crash, I wasn't sure, especially once I realized this is not a deluxe.
Hmm.
I didn't know what kind of project this was going to be because I
Yeah.
listened to While We Wait 1, and that was, if I remember correctly, it's not a project I go back to a lot, but it was more of a soft melodic R&B project,
Hmm.
which is cool. But one of the things I've always liked about Kalani is that she has a wide range of musical sounds. And
Hmm.
so While We Wait 1, although it was a good project, it's not my favorite Kalani project because it's not as balanced as some of her other bodies of work.
Okay.
So, um, and actually, I'm gonna go back and listen because I just want to make sure I'm speaking correctly. If I'm wrong, I'll come back tomorrow and say so. But whatever. Point is, I listened to While We Wait 2, and right after Crash, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know, was this going to be more like Crash or more like While We Wait 1? And
Hmm.
also, I thought it was interesting because the While We Wait series was kind of like something to hold us till her next project,
Okay.
so to speak. And
So it
so
was literally while we wait.
yeah, and that was the thing. People were like, "Where's the Kalani project? Where's the Kalani project?" It was like, here, take this." And so dropping While We Wait 2 months later, while still, promoting your current project, I think is really interesting. And I'm gonna be honest, I really liked Crash. We spoke about it here. If you haven't seen or heard
Hmm.
our review, you can go back and check it out.
Yeah.
Um, I think I like While We Wait 2 more than Crash. And
Really.
yeah, I think it's better balanced.
Hmm.
Um, I like that she tapped into her sexual ambiguity. There's some
Hmm.
songs where it's him, there's some songs where it's her. We don't even know what's going on. where Crash seemed to be a lot about her, which I'm not hating on. I'm just saying I like that she played on her preference and just made good music that you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
This wasn't if I lose my wife, I'll lose my life.
Sure.
Because that was on Crash, right? Or it was something like
Yeah,
that.
that was on Crash.
I don't want to lose my wife. I don't want to lose my life, right? And so I really enjoyed this project. I'm gonna be honest. Be honest, and I said this to you off pod. I love when Kehlani sounds like Brandy. I know it's probably fucked up to say that
I don't think it's fucked up to say that at all.
because I'm an old nigga who grew up on Brandy.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
like when I hear Kehlani get in her, what I like to call the Brandy bag. She gets in there and off rip, it sounds like a Brandy song. And there are songs like that on this project. One specifically,
Multiple songs, but yes, there is that one that's in your face. It tells you that she is trying to sound
totally,
like Brandy.
totally, as soon as it came on, I'm like, is this about to be a sitting up in
Right.
my room flip? Is that what's about to happen? Because it sounds a lot like sitting up in my room. And it was not. But man, I just felt great to be taken back to, I don't know, fucking 95 or some shit and hear her speak, hear her deliver what sound like sitting up in my room.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
so that was really exciting to me. And she showed her range once again. I think this was a more balanced project than Crash. And maybe I shouldn't be comparing it to Crash, but it's hard not to when it came out so close together.
I,
Um,
I hear that.
yeah, I like the song with Lucky Day. Single, I think it's called. Let
I
me
love that song.
I would say I think Single is my favorite song on the project.
I love that song.
Let me just make sure I got the name right. Oh, this is Crash. I was
I
like,
was
what?
patiently waiting for you to finish so I could bring up the fact that I really loved her. That I really loved her collaborating with Lucky Day. I
Yeah.
like that song. I think the song is what's the word? The song is a little naughty. Like it's the the plot, the storyline is
The
a
plot
little
thickens.
is a little naughty, but I liked it. I thought it worked,
Yeah.
and I thought they sounded great together.
Right.
I was waiting to say that, but I'm gonna just jump in. I'm gonna just jump in, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I love that song. I love that song a lot. I listened. I think I gotta be honest. I don't remember every single song right now. It's also been several days since I last listened to it, but I really liked the Lucky Day song. I listened to that multiple times just on some. Oh, I want to hear this again.
Right.
Um. So yeah, agree that that's a great song.
Yeah. And hey, I ain't know Lil Mo was coming out of retirement.
Right. Okay. So we got a couple of these references, these callbacks to that late 90s, early 2000s
Yes.
R&B. I loved that. I
Yes.
thought that was great. And yeah, I said, wait, is that? And then I looked down and I said, oh, that is okay, Lil Mo. Okay. Just when you think that Lil Mo is not around, I feel like she pops up.
Yeah, and she was
Just
looking good at
randomly
the
pops
BET
up.
Awards.
Yeah, she be doing her thing. She be out here doing her thing. Good for her.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
Listen, I thought this was a great project. And I appreciate the remixes at the end. I didn't need them, but I appreciate that she said, "Hey, hey, hey, hey! I know my project came out 2 months ago. Here's something familiar from that." You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't want
And
y'all to
so,
forget about that. This is just in addition to that.
exactly. And so I thought
Yeah.
that was great. I also thought it was great that this was not a deluxe because I know that's the game today. You drop your project and then throw a couple more joints on it and say, "Oh, we got the deluxe." When really that was probably part of the album to begin with. So I appreciate that this was an entire body of work 2 months later.
Yeah, I appreciate the output, um,
Yeah,
and I enjoy that too. I really thought when you said, "Oh, Kehlani has another album coming out," I was like, "No, she doesn't."
right,
I was like, "That gotta be a deluxe."
right. Fooling us.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, it's not required. I understand why they do the deluxe and kind of bring it back up after the buzz dies down off of that initial release.
Right.
I totally understand
Wait
the
till y'all
game.
see the Rabbit Hole Deluxe. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah,
Hey,
I'm kidding.
nothing's video out now.
Yes. Sorry, Kalani. Thank you, D.
You're welcome. But Cause fuck them other niggas. I'm going to ride for my niggas. Anyway,
All right. Back to Kalani. Come on.
so anyway,
Let's bring it back.
um,
Share your thoughts.
yeah. So I thought it was great. I did not compare it to Crash at all. Actually, I didn't. I understand why you would, and
Mhm.
that's fine. I don't think
It
there's
probably
anything wrong
makes
with
more
that.
sense to compare it to its predecessor.
Right.
It probably would make more sense to listen to While You Wait 1 and then 2 and compare the two of them together.
Which I am willing to do. I have not heard While You Wait one.
Okay.
So, um, but I am certainly willing to listen. Yeah, I didn't compare them. I didn't really think of the last one. I just kind of was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna listen to this with a new ear and see what's going on. And I really did enjoy it. I love the way she sounds on this album. And honestly, I think that hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take. Um, well, the first, my hot take is I think she's a good contender for award season. I hope that she's recognized for her work that she's done because I feel like the girls be waiting 3 to 5 years to put out new albums. Kalani said, "Actually, I got a little something else in the tuck. I'm gonna just
DMX style, 2 this year.
yeah." And I'm not. That's not to knock anybody else's level of work, but that's to say, I mean, she's out here working. So I hope that she's recognized for her work. I think she did a great job. She made a believer out of me. And I told you after her Tiny Desk, I feel like that kind of ignited something in me for her.
Right,
So I was really excited going into this, and I was pleasantly satisfied by what I heard. Because sometimes you go in and you think you're gonna get something that you really don't get.
right,
And I like this, and I do like that she does the Brandy thing. You do hear it on other songs on the
yeah.
album. It's just that one is very specific and on the nose, but it's there. If you're listening and if you know R&B and if you know Brandy, you'll hear it.
I'm waiting
Cause
for the Brandy Kalani remix or something. You know
oh,
what I'm saying?
they
Like
totally. I hope so.
that would be amazing. I know Brandy's, got films to promote right now, but when she's done, if she could
Yeah,
link
but
up with Kalani for a remix, I'd be totally on board for that.
if she can make time for Ponytail, she can make time for Kalani. I think. I mean, and no disrespect to Ponytail, she's a huge star and very talented. Lovely, lovely. One day we'll talk about how my niece made me watch the show. Anyway, so I thought it was great. I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Either.
I know y'all probably come in here for some sort of disagreement between the two of us. Sorry, not today.
I'm about to say, haha, not today.
There's plenty of pods where you can find us not being on the same page about stuff.
Absolutely. Even recent Steve Harvey and
Oh,
Cat Williams.
yes.